Hey guys, Multiclass Gamer here. Welcome you back to more Battle for Bikini Bottom on Xbox. In the last episode, we finished up what we can on the ground at Downtown Bikini Bottom, and now we're up here on the rooftops at Sandy. And, we also got introduced to Sandy last episode. But, as well as that, we are still grappling across the Downtown Bikini Bottom rooftop. So yeah, things are getting along quite swingingly, if you know what I mean. Okay, no, the expression's actually swimmingly or whatever. We're already underwater, so I could say swimmingly anyways. Of course, Sandy's not actually swimming for whatever reason. I guess her suit works out so that she can actually walk underwater, but in reality, she'd just be floating, basically. But who am I to judge the logic of a TV show and a video game? Got 9 out of 11 steering wheels. Then we have another sock right here. You can just barely reach. And this is actually a later area of the downtown rooftops, actually, that you're technically not supposed to reach, actually. What does the sign say? I'm trying to read that. Wait, what? What does that say? It's really hard to read, actually. Like, okay, chummy in the... Oh, chummy in the tummy is what that says. Chummy in the tummy, chum bucket. Okay. That's just... That's a terrible slogan. Chum is fun is way better. Just saying, Plankton. You should probably stick with that. Of course, that episode came many years after this game did. Yeah, the funny thing is, I honestly am not entirely sure on the official release date of this game because the Wikipedia page says October 31st for all versions, but the SpongeBob wiki page says October 21st, I do believe. But I'm pretty sure it's October 31st. And also, fun fact, there is a out-of-bounds Duplicatotron directly under where this one is. I don't know why that is, but whenever you destroy this Duplicatotron right here, it automatically destroys the one that's under it. And I guess normally in the game there's never a Duplicatotron right next to another Duplicatotron, unless it's like out of bounds or something like that. So that's how that one gets destroyed, but whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of cases like that in this game where there are out of bounds Duplicatrotrons you cannot destroy normally, but usually they won't spawn robots. Well, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't spawn robots infinitely. Those out of bounds Duplicatrons. It's kind of weird how it works, but whatever. Coral Cola. Yeah, makes sense. Works better than what we had in Employee of the Month. What was it called? We had Kelpsy in Employee of the Month. So that's... We didn't have Coral Cola, but yeah, that's pretty clever, actually. We never heard of it in the show, but I'm pretty sure they could make an episode where SpongeBob's drinking, Coral Cola! As I was saying, staying way over here, and over the other end, there's a blue shiny object. So we get that shiny object, shall we? Tartar! My mortal enemy! Tartar! Sauce! Sorry guys, I apologize for cursing. Now this episode's gonna demonetize because I said tartar sauce. At least I didn't say the B word. Yeah, take that. Okay. Oh, barnacles! No, I'm kidding. Okay, I did that on purpose. That was actually kind of forced. But yeah, it's the other bad word. Okay, so there's actually something kind of different about G-Loves, or something special about G-Loves. I want to show that real quick, so I'm going to let this Duplicatotron spawn 2 of them again. Come on. Aren't you going to spawn the second one? Come on. Thank you. So, whenever there are 2 G-Loves right next to each other, what you can do is this. You can make them hit and destroy each other. That's something you can do with some of the robots. And in fact, actually, you can use G-Loves to destroy pretty much any other type of robot, I think, except for the ones that hover above them, like Chucks and whatnot, so... But yeah, that's another trick you can use with G-Loves. You can use them to kill other robots. That's pretty cool. Anyways, what does it say? P-Bomb Motor Company. Wow, that's pretty generic. Lame! They could come up with a much clever name than that. Hey, can we just steal this antenna and put that on top of Larry's house? No? Okay. Well, since we already have the new one anyways, there's no reason to do that. Now, after you access this upper area, you can see we were just here, like in the last episode, or was it the last episode? No, it was this episode. We were here earlier, and the springboard wasn't here. The springboard appears after you get up here. So I guess if you were trigger that early on, then you could skip like vast majority of downtown rooftops, make it all the way up here. Because now, as you can see, Lighthouse is in view, and now we can get up to the top of the Lighthouse. Because as you can see, the level's looping basically to the bottom of the Lighthouse, of all places. Which is funny, because the Lighthouse doesn't even seem to appear, like to have an actual beacon. Like, you can't see the beacon where the beacon's at. Unfortunately, I don't find Lighthouse to be as interesting in this game as it is in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I mean, like, sure, this one's cool because for reasons we'll get into, like, that happened inside the Lighthouse, but, you know, in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman had a cool thunderstorm around it, so that made it better. To me. Just to me. Come to think of it, what is the point of the lighthouse here? There is no water around here. The point of the lighthouse is to, you know, prevent a boat from crashing into... Okay, I get it. Because they drive boats. Okay, fine then. Well played, SpongeBob. Well played. Okay, I think it's SpongeBob. We need to switch back to him now because we now are playing SpongeBob for the rest of this level, which there's not much to it because we have just the lighthouse. That's literally it, and then we're done with Downtown Bikini Bottom. So... we're going to get the sock around here on the other side, and then as you can see, we already have enough to get another golden spatula from Patrick as soon as we're done with this level. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, it is time to enter the lighthouse. So the lighthouse is actually where you can it's where the exploit to get infinite shiny objects is located at. So this is actually a battle area, basically. It's called Ambush and Lighthouse. You have to fight robots and make your way down to the bottom of the lighthouse. So actually, I'm gonna make this look a lot easier than it's supposed to look. So watch this. And just like that, we're at the very bottom. And also, we want to trigger this Thunder Tiki before this last part comes down, because we get a bunch of shiny objects from destroying all the stone tikis. The funny thing is, you actually accumulate more as you get towards the bottom, because that's how the stone tikis are set up here. Now, this is where you can farm shiny objects infinitely. Here's what you do. Okay, so you want... Chuck is actually in a very bad spot, but actually I'm sure we can still make this work. Get behind a Duplicatotron. Position yourself so that you are being blocked from enemy attacks. Right here is perfect, because the target bot is also on the other side, so this works out perfectly. So basically, the idea is to stand here behind this Duplicatotron, and the robots that are ground-based will automatically destroy themselves in the electric field below you. And you'll automatically get reward shiny objects each time they do that. Do this for, I believe it's 1 hour or 2 hours. I think it's 2 hours max. Well, it's an hour to get... actually, I'm not sure. I'll bring up my conversion rate. My conversion rate on screen here. But basically, you have to leave the game running for a few hours to get the amount of shiny objects that you need to pay Mr. Krabs. But actually, what you want to do is you want to grind 80,000 shiny objects. There's another thing in the game later on that costs 40,000 shiny objects. But again, this is one of the things that I actually don't like about the game. And I'll talk about this as we're farming a little bit of shiny objects, just to demonstrate how effective this is. I don't like the fact that you have to grind shiny objects in order to get all the rewards in this game. I like it much better in the SpongeBob movie, because in the SpongeBob movie, they give you just enough of the currency to get all the rewards you need by going through the game. I don't find it really cool that you have to grind shiny objects. I'm pretty sure this is not intended by the developers. I'm pretty sure this spot was not purposely put here, because I know I had a reason why I felt that way, but I'm just not sure, honestly. A lot of times when there are exploits like this in a game, it's usually put in accidentally by the developers. Like, they usually don't mean to. Like, for instance, that Infinite One trick in Super Mario Galaxy 2, and a lot of this with Mario games, basically. But, if this was unintended, then yeah, then I don't see why they made it so you have to grind shiny objects, like grind shiny objects for hours. Like, if it takes this long just by doing nothing here at the bottom of the lighthouse, imagine how long it takes to grind shiny objects the legit way that the developers probably wanted you to. So that's honestly my least favorite part about this game, is the fact that you have to sit around grind shiny objects for hours to get all the golden spatulas. It's so stupid, but yeah, unfortunately that's how it is. So that's all I have to say on the matter. But for now, I am only halfway through this episode, so I don't have... This is not going to be time for me to stop and just grind shiny objects, so we're going to have to just... I'm just going to have to finish recording the episode, and then I'll grind shiny objects, and then we'll get the golden spatulas from Mr. Krabs. But in the meantime, I just want to finish this off and get everything we need to here in the Lighthouse, and that's it. Well, not for the episode, but still for the Lighthouse itself, and actually for Downtown Bikini Bottom, so... We will be starting the third world of the game in this episode, I want to say. So after you destroy all the robots, this will disable the electrical field and thus let you get the golden spatula and also exit the lighthouse and a steering wheel and press a button. Let's go ahead and press this button first in the steering wheel and see what happens. And also that's our last steering wheel, so we'll be able to get a reward from Mrs. Puff. And also this is the end of Downtown Bikini Bottom essentially, because there's nothing else for us to do here besides, you know, that part, that golden spatula we have to come back for. The backtracking I don't mind, it's just the stupid shiny object grind you have to do in this game. It's kind of, it really slows down the, you know, the playthrough basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm pretty sure, I can almost guarantee this frustrates speedrunners for sure. Like, how can you do a good speedrun in this game, like, and get all the gold spatulas if you have to sit around grind shiny objects for hours? Like, how does that work? I guess I've never actually watched a 100% speedrun of this game. I don't even know if there is, honestly, because of this. But, either way, it's there. That's just how it is. It is what it is.
You'll have to open this door from the inside.
Really, Bubble Buddy? Really? And he says that every single time you exit the lighthouse. Like, there, Bubble Buddy, did you not just see me walk outside the lighthouse? I guess not, because that's how the, you know, this door's not programmed to open physically, but still. Did you not see me just come out of the lighthouse? Bad Bubble. Bad Bubble. You're a dirty Bubble. Despite your cute, you know, hopping like that. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, speed run back to Mrs. Puff, or fast travel, I mean.
SpongeBob, I'm impressed. How did you fight?
Well, there were these robots. I met Sandy, and the lighthouse was...
Okay. Sorry I asked. Here's the golden spatula that I promised you.
Thanks, Mrs. Puff. Now I'll help you guys evacuate.
But SpongeBob, you don't have a driver's license.
Oh, don't I?
No, you don't.
Well, if I don't, then what's this?
A library card.
Oh.
Actually, SpongeBob, by the looks of it, that's your hand. You were offering Mrs. Puff a handshake. A friendly handshake. Also, more on that, you don't need a driver's license to use a vacuum. Come on, SpongeBob. Or Mrs. Puff, actually. I should be talking to Mrs. Puff about that. Alright, back to Bikini Bottom we go. So, let's go ahead and get our 20th golden spatula from Patrick. Yeah, we've already got enough to enter the second area of Bikini Bottom, as you can see there.
Wow, SpongeBob, you found some!
We still got one more world ahead of us here. I'll just go ahead and skip through the dialogue here. This dialogue is exactly the same every time you turn 10 socks into Patrick. Yeah, turn the 10 socks into Patrick. Yeah, that's how it works. Mr. Krabs, I'll pay you soon. Don't worry. But that'll be in between this episode and next one. But for now, we have a third world to enter. So let's go ahead and enter Goo Lagoon. Let's get on in there. Welcome to Goo Lagoon. So yeah, we got enough to enter the second area, but we're not going to do that quite yet. We got...
Goo Lagoon, a sun-drenched beach of sludge at the bottom of the sea. But all is not well here on Paradise.
Okay, so as we enter Goo Lagoon here, I'm sure people are going to be bringing this up in the comments. Yes, I have nearly 7,000 shiny objects. In fact, actually, it's perhaps 7,000 now. Yeah, 7,000. That's enough to probably buy 2 golden spatulas from Mr. Krabs. But if I do that, I'm now going to have 0 shiny objects. Which is going to be a problem if I run into, you know, those clams. Because those clams, they get more expensive as you get further into the game. So that's why I don't like the fact that you have to grind shiny objects to get them from Mr. Krabs. Because you already have to spend them throughout the game to move on with the clams. So that's my issue. So we got these platforms you have to flip over with the Bubble Bash in order to move on. You're going to be doing that a lot here in Goo Lagoon. It's kind of the main gimmick of this stuff. But also, we have one new robot to meet here in Goo Lagoon. Just one this time, not 3. Anyone else stand there on a beach doing that? It's kind of fun. This robot is called Monsoon. Watch out for his lightning attack. So yep, this is Monsoon. This is the 7th robot type in the game. We've already met, so with Monsoon, we have already met half of the robot cast in this game. It's pretty cool. Very, very cool. And this, let me tell you, the console version is better than the GBA version. I will be Let's Playing the GBA version after the console version here. But let me just say, the GBA version is already inferior to the console version. Why? Because it only has 13 types of robots, not 14. That's why. Just want to clear that up for everyone. Hey, Larry.
SpongeBob, do I look burned?
Well, you do look a little red.
Barnacles! That darn robot.
Robot?
Yeah, a big robot stole everybody's sunscreen.
Oh no! Everyone will burn, and then they'll get all itchy and peel.
Exactly! You can't spend a day at the beach without sunscreen. That sun is way too hot. That robot is out on the island. Nobody can get to him. SpongeBob, maybe you can use those sun reflectors to point the sun's rays on that robot. If you hit one of the buttons on the side of a lifeguard tower, the reflector will turn. Connect all the towers and the light will shoot right out of the big reflector on the island. Then all you have to do is swim out to the island and turn the big reflector onto the robot. I'll stay here and protect the babes.
But I, can't swim.
Oh, Larry, you all burned? Here, let me give you a hug to make it all better. Also, can you protect me, please? I'd like if you did. Okay. Okay, I'll admit, Larry's hot, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Larry is hot. I mean, he's got pecs, you know? Just makes you want to hug him. Okay, enough of that. I'm sorry about that. Why am I going on about this? Like, seriously, what the hell, man? Okay. So we got some floating tikis we need to use to get out to the island. I'm just kidding, you can't actually get out there. So, yeah, that had me kind of mystified when I was growing up, because he literally just, if you talk to Larry again, he just says, you know, you go through the second, that last piece of dialogue all over again with him saying you can hit the buttons and whatnot, and then he tells you to go out to the, you know, out to the main reflector on the island. And SpongeBob once again says, I can't swim, and then there's nothing after that. Like, I wonder if there's a missing piece of dialogue or something like that, so it had me all confused growing up. But the thing is, in order to get out to that big reflector on the last island, you have to go through the rest of Goo Lagoon. There is no other way to get there since you can't swim. And there's actually a sign that clears up all of this right over there. And the thing is, that's actually supposed to be the last lifeguard house that you hit, so that's why that sign is there. But let's go ahead and take care of this all lifeguard tower as we possibly can right now. So anyways, on this little island right here, you want to hit this button right here. I pretty much memorized all the buttons you have to hit on each of the lifeguard towers. There's one lifeguard tower that is not supposed to be used whatsoever. It's that one right there. That one will always lead to a dead end no matter what button you hit on it, so do not bother with that one. Instead, you want to go to this one, and I believe you want to hit, is it, yeah, it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Doesn't really make any sense because the way it's turned, this, the light right here is clearly not hitting the front. It's hitting the back of that reflector. So, yeah, by all accounts, by, you know, actual logic, it really should not be working this way right now, but it is. So, I guess we'll have to take advantage of the faulty game logic here, video game logic as it is. And this is the last one you hit right here. And this one leads out to the big last reflector on the islands, and you have to go there to get to your final, get rid of that robot for good. So this is the one that clears up all the, everything that I had trouble with in the very, like, early on when I was playing this game as a kid. You can get to the island from the pier on the other side of the sea caves. Clears up everything right there, in case you're wondering why, you know, there's no explanation as to why you can't swim or anything. Well, yeah, you're SpongeBob, you can't swim because of that, because you're underwater, for God's sakes, come on. Alright. So, anyways, the alternate playable character, as I mentioned before, is Patrick. So, obviously, we've got some throw fruit here, and there's actually a puzzle here involving Patrick. So we need to get Patrick out real quick. We're going to take care of this and we'll end off the episode. Just want to get the sock out of the way first. There's little puzzles like this throughout the game that actually lead you straight to a sock, one Patrick's last sock. So let's do the first one right here. Yeah, Goo Lagoon has 11 socks total, so it's second behind Jellyfish Fields in terms of having the most socks in the game. So there's that. So we'll definitely have enough to get our gold spatula for Patrick at the end here, that's for sure. But eventually, you're getting to a point where later on in the game, a lot of the later worlds of the game have less socks. So sometimes you'll reach the end of a world and not be able to get a sock, golden spatula from Patrick. But I think that only happens once because there's 80 socks total and there's 9 worlds. So I think that only happens once actually. Or maybe there's one instance where you can get actually 2 gold spatulas and then two instances where you can't. I don't know. Not entirely sure, but whatever. Either way, this is very simple platforming section. It's very easy to get past, so you shouldn't have any trouble with this. And there you go, get your sock. And so we're going to end things off here on top of this there's this lifeguard tower here. And actually, yeah, just like in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, there is Lighthouse in Goo Lagoon, but it's actually a lot less prominent in this version, so oh well. Alright, see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of Battle for Bikini Bottom. I'd like to give a special shout out to currently my only patron, JC the Texas Scratcher. If you want your channel featured here or early content, consider supporting me on Patreon. If you like what you see, consider subscribing and clicking the bell to be notified of new episodes. See y'all tomorrow for another video.